moving on to our next story. So, Alyne, Tamir, and Nuseir Yassin break up after 6 years of dating. So, yesterday, um, they took to basically all their social media accounts to announce that they've officially broken up after 6 years. The video was extremely heartfelt and gave an insider's perspective on the peaks and troughs of the relationship. And you can tell they were very much in love and so much in love still. Throughout the years they've spent together, they've visited 70 countries, fostered 50 cats, and got fake married.
So they were extremely candid as why they've decided to part ways. At some point, he said, I stopped taking her on dates. I focused all my energy into the videos and my company, assuming the relationship was fine. And that's what Nusret said in the video. And you can also see both of them sit across one another and openly discuss. Now, Alyne explains that throughout the relationship, she felt as though she'd be bidding for his attention and not having the feelings reciprocated. So it's a very tough spot for the both of them to be in, because if you see it from both their perspectives, like separately, you understand where he's coming from, you understand where she's coming from. Like he wants to build an empire, he wants to focus all of his energy on that. At the same time, she wants that for him and she wants to be there with him, but she's not getting that personal attention. So you really see both the perspectives.
I feel bad for both of them because exactly like you said, like one person is like fighting for attention, begging for attention, and just wants to be seen and heard in a relationship, and for the other person to be in a complete different stage in their life, and just have different priorities. He even said it's almost like he got no return on his investment in the relationship because he didn't see him getting anything back, which is so bold to say. It's saying, I know I'm not going to get anything out of this. I'm focusing and putting all my eggs in one basket.
I obviously, we're no one to comment on anyone's relationship, but just putting this in like a very generic kind of situation, I feel like you cannot build an empire alone. You need a team, you need someone beside you, by your side, who understands what you're going through, kind of understands the ups and downs of the business, because not everyone would. And that too, seeing so much of like history with them, and like both of them know their the ticks and the vices. So it's like, do you really want to lose that person? But it's amazing that they're staying friends at the end of the day.
That like it's obviously a very copacetic breakup and a very amicable breakup where they said, okay, we still want each other in each other's lives. But you made such a good point that you want someone beside you. And I was out with friends yesterday, and one person watched a video where CEO was explaining that when one employee gets Employee of the Month, they get 2 months' salary, and their spouse gets 1 month of the guy's salary as well. And when he was asked why, and his answer was basically, when you're in a relationship and you are the Employee of the Month, you're obviously giving up your time to serve the company, and that means that the person that you're with isn't receiving as much attention, so they deserve that money as well because they're giving something up on your behalf.
That's actually so insightful of the CEO to do so.
Fully.
Because not only is that person giving up the time, but that then you have the spouses rooting for each other, wanting each other to do well, to do better. And it's not because of like, at the end of the day, incentives do come a little into play, of course, but at the same time, it's just like, like you both benefit from this and you both get something out of it. So it's like a very insightful thing. Obviously, it can go wrong. Like in every situation, so many things can go wrong. And it's like, oh, is this person just being greedy? Like does this person want me to do well because she's getting or he's getting something out of it? But
I think it's understanding at what point you're in a relationship, like at what point of the relationship you're in. Same with me. And just seeing like how are we working with each other and where we're going wrong and what do we want out of this, and having that mutual understanding of, okay, we're in different stages of our lives right now, we want different things, this isn't going to work out, because it's almost selfish if I'm working the whole time and I expect you to be there for me. Like,
but traditionally that is how it's done, like I know we've changed so much and evolved in terms of like individuals and like as genders, and like everyone wants to thrive now, but like traditionally that's what was done, like one person really makes the living.
High key, I didn't even think of it like that.
Sits there and supports and gives a constant like focus on the family, this and that. But the one thing I feel like they are just doing right at this point is staying in each other's lives, you know, being friends, like respecting each other in that space that we have been there for each other for so long, and let's not lose out on that. And maybe later you just don't know what, you know.
That is true. You never know where life will take you. Like,
exactly.
You might just like circle back to each other and go like, hey, we're in a better place in our lives. Like, let's give this another go. Because that does happen more than we know, you know?
Yeah. It's like you do want to focus on yourself. Like, I get it. Like, you do want to build an empire with someone, but at the same time, if you feel like that attention needs to be focused just from you by yourself to something, like you don't want to divide your attention, like it's completely the person's prerogative.
Fully. Literally. Like, everyone has their different roles in life and different purposes in life. But for me, like, seeing the video, two thoughts. Like, what is his end goal, you know? Because, like, what's fulfilling him inside? If his company is doing that, then amazing for him. But also, like, the production value of the entire
because we love seeing
video.
them together.
We love seeing them together, but also, like, I don't know. I felt like a lot of people just sent out a tweet saying, we decided to go separate ways. But this was a full-on production, you know?
Behind this, but that's what they're best at, you know.
I know.
That's like explaining stuff, giving context to things, and that's what they were a power couple, like such a like people looked up to them, you know, like content creators. True. Like that was a dream.
That was a dream.
Yeah.
Well, look how that turned out. It's just sad. I don't know. I feel like the whole situation's sad, but for you to film it, it's almost you're rehashing stuff to the public. Does the public deserve that side of the relationship? And also, it seems almost scripted to know what you're going to be saying.
I mean, like, whatever it is, at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of couples out there, they needed something like that to just see, like, okay, this is normal, this does happen. And you do move on from it, you do talk about it, you are open about it, you know. It's like you don't just brush stuff under the carpet. Like, have an open conversation, address the issues, and then see where you want things going. And I feel like this video really put things in perspective.
You're really glass half full today. Like, I'm seeing things from one perspective and you're making me understand yours.
Shahir, that's because you never listen to me. We have our own problems going on in this relationship. I'll tell you that much.